In a previous video, we showed that these two flight paths intersect each other, but the planes don't collide. So in this question, we're saying, well, how close do they get then? What is the closest distance between them? And what we're going to do is we're going to find a vector that joins the two planes together. So this plane called A is at this coordinate, and you should think of this as a coordinate, and I can write it as a coordinate. So this is a really lovely trick that when you have the equation of a line, you should think of it as a moving coordinate. This plane here is always at the point A. It's just that the point A moves as time changes, and B, similarly, is simply at this coordinate. And you know a lot about coordinates. For example, what's the distance between these two coordinates? You should know what the formula for the distance between two coordinates is. So we just subtract the x, the y, and the z and use Pythagoras. So this is a calculator question, so I'm not going to do anything clever here. I'm not going to attempt to simplify it. I'm simply going to find the minimum of this because I'm trying to find the closest point between A and B, or the time when A and B are at their closest. So I'm going to go to my calculator and simply plot it. So I do that. I don't attempt to simplify. I did put a +1 there when it said, instead of that rather awkward -1 squared. So I do that, draw it. Now, you should not panic. You must know what to do next. There's 3 actions you should know how to draw a graph. Go to view window. What is a sensible x range? Now, x was time here. Now, earlier in the question, it showed that time was not going to be very long. So let's go from 0 to 5. I don't know if that's right, but I'll go back to, I'll just draw that. Doesn't look good, so I go to Zoom Auto. Looks really nice, but then I go back to view window, and so many of you just skip this step. Back to view window, and you go back to here and say, you see the x's are still the same. Zoom Auto has sorted out the y's, but I'm going to make that 0. That means the origin is on the screen, and it means when I draw it, I get a really nice diagram where the origin is there, and I can really see what's going on. This is the distance between A and B for all different times. I obviously just do a G-solve minimum to get the answer to this question, where x is representing time and y is representing the distance between the two of them. Dead easy.